Hey, what's going on, everybody? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the High Republic once again because it's such a hot topic right now and it just got announced. It's really exciting for me and for a lot of other fans, and there's a lot of exciting things to break down in the concept art and the trailers and things like that. So expect a lot of High Republic videos coming out in the next few uploads. But to be a little bit more specific, we're going to be talking about all of the new lightsaber designs and colors that we saw from the concept art from the High Republic announcement the other day. And this is going to be a super interesting video, especially for someone like me who is obsessed with lightsaber designs, the hilts, the blades, all that stuff. I love all of that stuff. And in this video, I'm going to break down everything that I have seen and everything that I have heard about the new lightsabers for the High Republic. But just real quick before we really get into this video, I just wanted to let you know that I do upload Star Wars videos on this channel at least every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you're looking for a lot of Star Wars content, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, so as you can see from the picture that I just pulled up, there's a lot of interesting lightsaber designs in this picture and also a lot of new colors that we haven't seen before in live action. So we're going to start from left to right and I'm going to explain each lightsaber that I see on this picture. So starting off with the far left, we have a double bladed white lightsaber. It looks really cool. It really reminds me of that lightsaber from the Rise of Skywalker when you see Darkseid Rey, and she has that nunchuck style lightsaber that can flip, and it can either be two blades on top or you can flip it and then it's double sided. It's a really cool design, and also it's white and we haven't really seen that other than Ahsoka, and the whole character kind of gives off that like white pure vibe. I think it's probably going to be some kind of sorceress or sorcerer. I can't really tell if it's a male or female, but it kind of gives off that vibe of like a witch or something like that. So I think that's what the character is going to be. We're moving on right next to it. As you can see throughout the entire picture, there's a lot of cool, unique colors. This one we have seen only once before, and it's a purple one with a very cool hilt that we've never seen anything like that before. It's kind of hard to see because it is a drawing and it's not very detailed, but it looks really cool and it looks very big, and also it matches the character's eyes. So I don't know if that's just to look cool or if there's an actual reason behind that. I'm not sure if it's like a Mace Windu type thing where she uses both sides of the Force and that's why her blade is purple while her eyes are also purple, or if it's just an aesthetic thing and they just wanted her to look cool. And I don't even know if that Mace Windu thing is true where it's purple because he uses both sides of the Force. I've heard a lot of people discredit that and say it's not true, but who knows. Let's move on to the next lightsaber. Okay, so the guy with the lightsaber that he's kind of floating above his hand, or maybe he's throwing it up or whatever, it's really a basic hilt with no blade coming out of it right now. It's just not ignited. So we're going to move on to the next one right next to him, which is an orange lightsaber. So aside from the fact that the blade is orange, another very unique hilt, and it looks like it has some like hand guards. Maybe that's made out of Beskar, who knows, but it looks like it's probably to block bullets from hitting his hands and stuff while he's in combat, and that's actually very smart. I'm surprised that we don't see more Jedi with lightsaber hilts that protect their hands. Luke could have really used a hilt that protected his hands in Return of the Jedi. Okay, so what's really cool in this picture is you can see very different shades of blue if you look at the person right in the middle of the picture and then move two to the right. They're both blue lightsabers, but they're both very different shades. So I don't see a lot of people picking up on this, but I like the fact that they have all of these different colors as Jedi way back then, and in the prequels they only really had green and blue, and then we saw Mace Windu with a purple one. This showed how much the Jedi's knowledge in the prequel era was so narrowed to where they can only have two colors of lightsabers, and that means that this era of Jedi will have a very wide knowledge of the Force because their kyber crystals can change into all of these different colors and all of these shades of the same color. So there's really not much to say about the lightsaber in the middle. The hilt is very basic and the blade is just light blue, but this character does give me a main character of this era vibe, just because usually the main character of these things are human, and also because she's in the middle of the picture, so that just gives me that kind of vibe. But now let's move on to the lightsaber to the right of that one. It's double bladed, which is super cool. Always love seeing double bladed sabers in Star Wars. It's one of my favorite things to watch when people fight with a double bladed lightsaber, whether it's lightsaber on lightsaber combat or lightsaber versus blaster bolt or whatever it is. I just love seeing double bladed lightsabers in action. This character also gives off that emotionless savage vibe. I feel like she's just going to be like that background character that will just be ruthless and kill anybody that gets in their way. It might even be like an anti-hero type character. I know I'm reading in a lot to this just basic concept art, but I do just get vibes off of these characters and I'm just putting it out there. So moving on to the right, one more character. We see a darker shade of blue like the one in the middle of the picture, just a darker shade. But what's really interesting about this guy is he has a really cool hilt, of course, but he also has a twin brother, it looks like, in the background, and that's going to be a really cool dynamic, I think, in the High Republic era. For some reason, I just love the idea of twin brothers in Star Wars, and the Old Republic cutscenes with the Eternal Twins, which I actually did a video on. I love those things so much just because for some reason, I just love seeing twins work together in action. So we're going to skip the guy right to the right of that one. It's a really cool species. I'm not sure that we've ever seen that species before, but we can't really see the hilt, and it's just another purple lightsaber. It actually looks like it's a different shade of purple. Actually, going back and look at it now, the other purple purplish looking lightsaber, maybe pink, I can't really tell. But yeah, we're just gonna skip that one and we're gonna move on to the right one more, to a very interesting looking lightsaber. So first impressions, it looks like another darksaber. I'm not really sure how that's gonna work because I believe the only darksaber that we know of so far in canon was crafted by the first Mandalorian Jedi. But regardless, a black lightsaber would be super cool to see in live action, and I cannot wait until we see it in a movie. Oh my god. This character also gives off a dark side vibe, so maybe the blade of the lightsaber reflects that, and maybe this character does use the dark side, and maybe it's even the villain of that era. This character definitely gives off that vibe of an assassin or a character just lurking in the shadows, which maybe that's what the black lightsaber reflects. Who knows? But the lightsaber looks super cool and I can't wait. So now we're gonna move on to another picture just very quick. That was most of the unique new lightsabers that we have seen so far. But in this picture, if you look in the very middle, there's a crossguard type lightsaber, kind of like Kylo Ren's, but a very small version. And we see quite a few characters with this style of lightsaber hilt in the concept art for the High Republic. And a quick theory on this, I believe that this style of lightsaber is reserved for the Jedi Council of this era, and I think it may shoot 2 extra blades up to make the lightsaber 3-bladed or triple bladed, just making it a very thick lightsaber blade if they ever need it. But I just wanted to point out that that type of lightsaber hilt is a recurring type of lightsaber hilt in all of the concept art that we have seen so far for the High Republic, and I believe that it means something for the status of each Jedi that is using it. So what do you think of the new types of lightsabers that we have seen so far for the High Republic concept art? I really like them, but I'm also very interested to see what other people think of these new types of lightsabers, also the new lightsaber colors. Make sure you let me know your answer and your opinion in the comments. Also, just let me know your excitement level for the High Republic in general. Personally, I'm super excited for it because I love the prequel era, and this really does remind me of that era, and also I love Star Wars books, and it looks like we're going to be getting a whole lot of those very soon. But that is all we know for the lightsabers so far from the concept art of the High Republic. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave in the comments what you thought about the video and what you think of the High Republic, what you think of the lightsabers, all that stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you on the next one.